Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we will talk about USA $quarter old coins. If you have a $quarter, stay tuned to the end of this video. It is possible that the $quarter you have will sell for millions. Let's go started. The 1970 Mint Mark $quarter. This isn't just any old coin. It's a legendary piece that has captured the attention of collectors and investors worldwide. If you're lucky enough to own one, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Today, we're going to uncover its incredible history, why it's so valuable, and just how much you could potentially earn if you decide to sell it. The 1970 quarter holds a special place in the hearts of coin enthusiasts, and for good reason. Struck at the Denver Mint, this coin is part of the Washington Quarter series, which began in 1932 to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. But what makes the 1970 stand out? The answer lies in its rarity and the unique circumstances surrounding its production. Unlike other quarters from the era, this coin was struck in limited numbers, making it a true hidden gem in the world of coin collecting. Now, let's talk about why this coin is so incredibly valuable. The 1970 quarter is one of the key dates in the Washington Quarter series, and its scarcity drives up demand. Many of these coins were heavily circulated or melted down over the years, leaving only a small number in pristine condition. If you have one that's well preserved, especially in mint state or with rare errors, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands of dollars. That's right, what was once just 25 cents could now be worth a small fortune. But what really sets the 1970 quarter apart is its historical significance. This coin was minted during a transitional period in U.S. coinage, as the country moved away from silver-based coins to the copper-nickel-clad compositions we know today. The 1970 was among the last of its kind, adding to its mystique and collectability. Owning one isn't just about the money, it's about holding a piece of American history in your hands. So, how much is this coin really worth? Well, the value depends on its condition. A circulated 1970 quarter might fetch a modest premium, but an uncirculated specimen with full luster and sharp details can command prices ranging from $500 to $1,500 or more. And if you happen to have one with a rare mint error, such as a double die or off-center strike, the value could skyrocket even further. Some exceptional examples have sold for over $3,000 at auction. If you're wondering whether this coin is truly valuable, the answer is a resounding yes. The 1970 quarter is highly sought after by both seasoned collectors and new investors looking to capitalize on its rarity. The coin market is booming, and prices for key-date coins like this one are only going up. Now is the perfect time to check your spare change or old coin collections. You never know what treasures you might find. Imagine the thrill of discovering that a seemingly ordinary quarter in your possession is actually worth hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. That's the power of coin collecting, and the 1970 quarter is a prime example of how a small piece of metal can turn into a life-changing windfall. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection, this coin is a must-have for anyone serious about building wealth through rare coins. But don't just take my word for it, let the market speak for itself. Auction houses and coin dealers are constantly on the lookout for high-quality 1970 quarters, and they're willing to pay top dollar for the right specimen. Online platforms like eBay and Heritage Auctions regularly feature this coin, with bidding wars driving prices higher and higher. If you have one, you're in an enviable position to cash in on this demand. Now, you might be thinking, how do I know if my 1970 quarter is valuable? The key is to examine its condition. Look for sharp details, minimal wear, and original mint luster. If your coin looks like it just came out of the mint, it could be worth a significant amount. For the most accurate valuation, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A high grade could mean the difference between a few $100s and a few thousand. The bottom line is this: the 1970 quarter is not just another old coin. It's a numismatic treasure with the potential to make you serious money. Whether you're looking to sell it now or hold on to it as an investment, this coin is a winner. The demand for rare U.S. coins is stronger than ever, and the 1970 is at the top of many collectors' wish lists. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. So, what's the maximum value you can get for this coin? While prices vary, the highest recorded sales for pristine, error-free examples have reached upwards of $3,000 to $5,000. And with the right buyer, who knows? Your coin could be the next record breaker. The sky's the limit when it comes to rare coins, and the 1970D quarter is proof of that. If you're ready to take the next step, start by researching reputable coin dealers or auction houses. Get your coin authenticated and graded to maximize its value. And most importantly, don't let this opportunity slip away. The 1970D quarter is a once-in-a-lifetime find, and its value will only continue to rise as more collectors enter the market. In conclusion, the 1970D mint mark quarter dollar is more than just a piece of currency. It's a symbol of American history and a lucrative investment. Whether you're a collector, an investor, or someone who just stumbled upon this coin by chance, you're holding something truly special. So, check your pockets, dig through your old coin jars, and see if you're one of the lucky few who own this numismatic masterpiece. Next up, the 1971D Washington quarter. This isn't just ordinary pocket change. This is a coin with serious potential to become one of the most valuable quarters in your collection. Let me tell you why this often overlooked coin deserves your attention and how it could make you a small fortune in the coming years. The story of the 1971D quarter begins during a fascinating time in American coinage history. This was the first full year of production for the copper-nickel-clad quarters that we still use today, following the removal of silver from our coinage. Struck at the historic Denver Mint, these quarters represent an important transition in our nation's monetary system. But what makes certain 1971D quarters so special is their incredible condition and rarity in top grades. While millions of these quarters were minted, the vast majority entered circulation and became worn over time. This makes high-grade, uncirculated examples surprisingly rare. Coins that were preserved in pristine condition straight from the mint are now highly sought after by serious collectors. The difference between a typical worn 1971D quarter worth face value and a perfect specimen can be hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Right now, the market for high-quality 1971D quarters is heating up. A standard circulated example might only be worth 25 cents, but an uncirculated coin graded MS-65 by professional grading services can easily bring $50 to $100. Move up to MS-66 or MS-67 grades, and the value jumps to $200 to $500. And for the absolute finest known examples in MS-68 condition, prices have reached as high as $1,500 to $3,000 at recent auctions. But here's what's really exciting: the long-term potential of these coins. As more collectors recognize the scarcity of top-grade 1971D quarters, values are poised to increase dramatically. We've seen this pattern before with other modern coins that were once considered common. As the supply of high-grade specimens dries up, prices can multiply tenfold or more. The 1971D quarter is following this exact path to becoming a true numismatic treasure. What makes these coins particularly attractive is that they're still relatively affordable compared to their future potential. While other key-date quarters already command five-figure prices, the 1971D remains within reach for most collectors. This accessibility makes it the perfect coin to buy now before prices potentially skyrocket. Smart investors are acquiring these quarters in quantity, knowing they represent one of the best opportunities in modern numismatics. The key to maximum value lies in the condition. When examining your 1971D quarters, look for coins with full mint luster, sharp details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, and absolutely no signs of wear. The most valuable examples will have exceptional eye appeal with vibrant, original surfaces. If you find one that looks like it just came from the mint, you may have a small fortune in your hands. For those serious about investing in these quarters, professional grading is essential. Coins encapsulated by PCGS or NGC with high grades carry significant premiums over raw coins. The difference between an MS-66 and MS-67 grade can mean hundreds of dollars in value. And if you're fortunate enough to own one of the handful of MS-68 graded examples, you're looking at a coin that could be worth thousands today and potentially much more in the future. the market for high-grade 1971D quarters shows no signs of slowing down. Recent auction results demonstrate strong demand, with prices consistently exceeding estimates. As more collectors enter the market and recognize the rarity of these coins in top condition, we can expect values to continue their upward trajectory. This is precisely why savvy numismatists are accumulating these quarters now, before they become unaffordable to the average collector. What makes the 1971D quarter such a compelling investment is its combination of historical significance, genuine rarity in high grades, and growing collector demand. Unlike many modern coins that were saved in large numbers, truly pristine 1971D quarters are surprisingly difficult to find. This scarcity, combined with increasing interest in modern rarities, creates the perfect conditions for substantial price appreciation in the years ahead. So what should you do right now? First, search through your old coin collections and pocket change. You might already own one of these valuable quarters. Second, consider acquiring high-grade examples while they're still affordable. And third, hold on to them for the long term, as their value is likely to increase significantly. The 1971D quarter represents one of the best opportunities in coin collecting today. A chance to own a piece of history that could become increasingly valuable as time goes on. In conclusion, the 1971D Washington quarter is far more than just another coin. It's a numismatic opportunity waiting to be discovered. With values already reaching into the thousands for the finest examples and strong potential for future growth, this quarter deserves serious consideration from every collector and investor. The time to act is now, before prices move beyond reach. Remember, every great collection starts with recognizing opportunity, and the 1971D quarter might just be your next great numismatic find. Next up, the 1972D Washington quarter. This isn't just another piece of pocket change. This is a coin with serious collector demand and surprising value potential that most people completely overlook. Right now, as we speak, hundreds of serious collectors are actively searching for high-quality examples of this coin, and I'm about to tell you why this often dismissed quarter could be far more valuable than you ever imagined. The 1972D quarter was born during a pivotal time in American coinage history. Minted at the Denver facility, this coin represents the continuation of America's transition to the copper-nickel clad composition we still use today. While millions were produced, what most people don't realize is that finding these coins in truly pristine, uncirculated condition has become incredibly difficult. The majority entered circulation and were worn down through decades of use, making high-grade specimens surprisingly rare and valuable. Let's talk about current market demand. Across auction houses, coin shows, and online marketplaces, there's growing interest in high-grade 1972D quarters. Professional numismatists report that for every MS-65 or better example that comes to market, there are at least 5 to 10 serious buyers ready to bid. This demand is being driven by both collectors completing their Washington quarter sets and investors recognizing the long-term potential of these modern rarities. The competition for top-quality pieces is fiercer than most people realize. Now, let's break down the numbers. A typical worn 1972D quarter you'd find in circulation is indeed worth only face value. But here's where it gets exciting. Examples graded MS-63 by PCGS or NGC regularly sell for $20 to $50. Move up to MS-65 and you're looking at $75 to $150. But the real money comes with the ultra-high-grade specimens. MS-66 examples command $200 to $400, while the rare MS-67 coins have sold for $800 to $1,200 at recent auctions. And for the absolute finest known examples in MS-68 condition, prices have reached an astonishing $3,000 to $5,000. What makes these values even more remarkable is that we're seeing consistent price appreciation year after year. The 2023 market reports show a 15 to 20% increase in values for high-grade 1972D quarters compared to just 2 years ago. This isn't a temporary spike, it's a sustained growth pattern that indicates these coins are becoming recognized as genuine numismatic treasures. As more collectors enter the market and the supply of high-grade coins remains limited, these values are projected to continue their upward trajectory. The history behind this coin adds another layer of collectability. The 1972 quarter was produced during a time of economic uncertainty in America, with the country moving away from the silver standard. These coins witnessed the birth of the modern monetary system we use today. For collectors, owning a pristine example is like holding a perfectly preserved piece of economic history, a tangible connection to a transformative era in American finance. But here's what really separates the 1972 quarter from other modern coins: its surprising scarcity in gem condition. While the mint produced millions, very few were intentionally saved in uncirculated condition by collectors at the time. Through the years, many of the original mint state examples were lost, damaged, or entered circulation. Today, finding a truly pristine 1972 quarter is like finding a needle in a haystack, and that's exactly what's driving the strong collector demand we're seeing. For those wondering how to spot a valuable example, here's what to look for: a coin with full mint luster, razor-sharp details in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, and absolutely no signs of wear or contact marks. The most valuable specimens will have exceptional eye appeal with vibrant, original surfaces that look like they just came from the mint. If you find one that meets these criteria, you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. The professional numismatic community is taking notice of these coins like never before. Leading grading services report that fewer than 1% of submitted 1972 quarters achieve MS 67 or higher grades. This extreme selectivity means that high-grade examples are not just rare, they're becoming legendary in collector circles. As awareness grows, we're seeing more collectors specifically targeting these coins for their portfolios, recognizing them as one of the best value opportunities in modern numismatics. What does this mean for you? If you have any 1972 quarters, now is the time to carefully examine them. Check your old coin jars, inherited collections, or even the change in your pocket. That quarter you've been overlooking could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars to the right buyer. And if you're looking to invest, high-grade 1972 quarters represent one of the most promising opportunities in today's coin market, a chance to get in before prices potentially skyrocket. In conclusion, the 1972 Washington quarter is far more valuable than its face value suggests. With strong collector demand, limited high-grade supply, and consistent price appreciation, this coin has all the makings of a future numismatic superstar. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1972 quarter deserves your attention. The time to act is now, before the rest of the market catches on and prices move beyond reach. Remember, every great collection starts with recognizing opportunity, and the 1972 quarter might just be your next great numismatic discovery. Next up, the 1973 No Mint Mark Washington quarter. This seemingly ordinary piece of pocket change holds extraordinary potential that most collectors completely miss. Right now, as we speak, sophisticated buyers are scouring the market for high-grade examples of this coin, and I'm about to reveal why this underappreciated quarter could be your ticket to a four-figure payday. The 1973 Philadelphia quarter ***, identified by its lack of mint mark, represents a fascinating chapter in American coinage history. Struck at the historic Philadelphia Mint, this coin continued the copper-nickel-clad composition that had recently replaced silver coinage. While millions were produced, the vast majority entered circulation and became worn through decades of use. What most people don't realize is that finding these coins in pristine, uncirculated condition has become incredibly difficult, creating a perfect storm of scarcity and collector demand. Let's talk about the current market reality. Across major auction houses, coin dealer networks, and online marketplaces, there's growing recognition of the 1973 quarter's potential. Professional numismatists report that for every gem-quality example that surfaces, there are typically 8 to 12 serious collectors ready to compete for it. This demand comes from both series collectors completing their Washington quarter sets and investors recognizing this as one of the last affordable dates in high grades. The competition is far more intense than the average person would ever suspect. Now, let's examine the hard numbers that prove this coin's value. While a typical circulated 1973 quarter might only be worth its face value, The picture changes dramatically for uncirculated specimens. Examples graded MS-63 routinely sell for $25 to $60. Move up to MS-65 and you're looking at $100 to $250. But here's where it gets truly exciting. MS-66 examples command $300 to $600, while the rare MS-67 coins have realized $800 to $1,500 at recent auctions. For the absolute pinnacle of perfection, those vanishingly rare MS-68 specimens, prices have reached an astonishing $3,000 to $6,500. These values aren't static. They're experiencing consistent, year-over-year growth. Market analysis shows a 20 to 25% appreciation in high-grade 1973 quarters over the past 3 years alone. This isn't speculative hype, it's a sustained trend driven by fundamental numismatic factors. As more collectors enter the market and the supply of top-quality coins remains fixed, these values are projected to continue their upward trajectory for years to come. The historical context of this coin makes it even more compelling. The 1973 quarter was minted during the turbulent early 1970s, a time of economic uncertainty and transition in America. These coins circulated during the Watergate scandal, the Vietnam War's conclusion, and the birth of the modern financial system. For collectors, a pristine 1973 quarter represents a perfectly preserved artifact from this transformative era, a tangible piece of history that's becoming increasingly valuable as time passes. What truly sets the 1973 Philadelphia quarter apart is its surprising scarcity in gem condition. While the mint produced millions, very few were intentionally saved in uncirculated condition by contemporary collectors. Through the decades, most high-grade examples were either spent, damaged, or lost. Today, finding a truly pristine 1973 quarter has become a numismatic challenge, with professional grading services reporting that fewer than 0.5% of submitted coins achieve MS-67 or higher grades. This extreme rarity is what's driving the intense collector demand we're witnessing. For those wondering how to identify a valuable example, here are the key characteristics. A coin with blazing mint luster, razor-sharp details in all design elements, especially Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, and absolutely no signs of wear or significant contact marks. The most valuable specimens will have exceptional eye appeal with original, untuned surfaces that look like they just left the mint. If you find one matching this description, you might be holding a small fortune in your hands. The professional numismatic community has taken notice of these coins in a big way. Leading auction houses now feature high-grade 1973 quarters in their premium sales, and registry-set collectors are competing aggressively for top-quality examples. The population reports tell the story. PCGS has graded only 12 coins at MS-68, with NGC reporting just 9 at that level. When you consider that thousands of collectors want these coins for their sets, you begin to understand why prices are reaching such impressive levels. What makes the 1973 quarter such an exceptional opportunity is its position in the market. While other key-date quarters already command 5-figure prices, high-grade 1973 examples remain relatively affordable, for now. This accessibility makes them the perfect target for both new collectors and seasoned investors looking for the next big mover in the numismatic market. Smart money is accumulating these coins now, before the broader market catches on and prices potentially skyrocket. The error coin potential adds another layer of opportunity. Certain 1973 quarters exhibit striking errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets. These error coins can command substantial premiums, in some cases doubling or tripling the value of an already high-grade example. One particularly dramatic double die obverse example recently sold for over $8,000, proving that there are still major discoveries to be made in this series. For those considering selling a high-grade 1973 quarter, the current market conditions couldn't be better. Auction results from 2024 show record-breaking prices, with multiple examples surpassing previous highs. The buyer pool is expanding rapidly, including not just U.S. collectors but international numismatists who recognize the Washington Quarter Series as one of America's most iconic coinage designs. This global demand is creating unprecedented opportunities for sellers. If you're looking to acquire these coins as investments, the strategy is clear. Focus on quality over quantity. A single MS-67 example will likely outperform a dozen lower-grade coins in terms of appreciation potential. Professional grading is essential. Coins encapsulated by PCGS or NGC with high grades carry significant premiums and offer the most liquidity in the marketplace. The difference between a raw coin and a professionally graded one can literally mean thousands of dollars in value. In conclusion, the 1973 no-mint mark Washington quarter represents one of the most compelling opportunities in modern numismatics. With its combination of historical significance, genuine rarity in high grades, and growing collector demand, this coin has all the ingredients for substantial long-term appreciation. Whether you're examining your pocket change, reviewing an inherited collection, or considering a strategic numismatic investment, the 1973 quarter deserves your serious attention. The time to act is now, before the rest of the market fully recognizes what you've just learned today. Remember, every great numismatic fortune begins with recognizing value where others see only ordinary change.